Hello, my name is Anne and welcome to a Tobyknits Quilty Fun episode 38. If you are new to my channel, then welcome. This channel, I talk about three of my favorite crafts: knitting on Mondays, cross stitch on Wednesdays, and quilting on Friday. And I am super late with this video because I normally try to get them up earlier and normally do the recording the day before so I have time to get them up. But I had Tristan yesterday, so we all know what happens when I have Tristan. I don't get anything done. He is my 2.5-year-old grandson. I know I am too young looking to have a grandson that's 2.5. I know. Avon Rich Moisturizing Cream. I've been using it since I was a little girl. My grandmother actually got me onto it, and it's funny story. So I grew up in England, in Liverpool, and I lived next door to my nan and my granddad. And my nan always put Avon's Rich Moisturizing Cream on her face in the morning and at night. She never wore makeup, but she always put this moisturizing cream on. And I would go in, just walk into her house every morning, and if she wasn't downstairs in the kitchen, I'd go upstairs and find her in her bedroom, and she'd be sitting in front of one of them really old dressing tables that had the mirrors that came out around you. And I'd sit on the bed and look at her in all three of the mirrors, you know, thinking I was so cool because I got 3 shots of her. And anyway, she used to put it on me and then rub it in. And as I grew older, she would just give it me a jar always for Christmas or something. And then when I moved to Canada when I was 25, she didn't think they had Avon in Canada, obviously, because she kept still sending it to me. And I kept saying, Nan, it's okay, you don't have to send it. We get it here, I can get it. To this day, I still have the last jar she ever sent me. I do, yes. Anyway, why was I talking about that? Oh yes, because I'm so young looking, of course. Anyway, so today is all about the quilting. And I have quite a few things to show you because it seems to be all about the blocks of the month or the block of the weeks right now. I do have an unfinished quilt. Actually, I've got 3 quilts that need to be finished completely. Like, when I mean finished, I mean I have the back king and I have the front all pieced and finished, and I have to sandwich them all together and quilt them. So I have 3 that need to be quilted. One of which is for my dad for Christmas, and I just literally got the backing fabric for that yesterday, which I will show you in a little bit. But yeah, so I have 3, and I keep thinking about this, and I keep thinking I should do like a finishing Fridays. On Fridays, make that the day that I don't sew any other blocks and I just work on finishing a quilt, whether I'm quilting it or binding it or you know, that's what I need to do. I think I'm going to try and start that one Friday. Okay, so what have I done this week? So I had a friend come over on I think it was Tuesday, and we made ourselves one of these. Now, I bought one when I first started quilting to lay out my block pieces, and I ordered one online, and I think I got a 12-inch. No, it was 10-inch. And I thought, well, hey, I can make that. So I made myself one, which you've often seen me use with the little pink around, and that was 12-inch. But this one is 14. So this is much bigger and nicer for putting my blocks on. And don't you love the fabric I use? It's all pussycats, all weird and wonky pussycats. So anyway, I made one of these and she made one too. We did them together, and then we started to cut out our Christmas time quilt that we want to do, and that was a free quilt. It was a mystery quilt along, but of course it's all over with now, and I know what all the blocks are. And I printed them each week. It's still free. I'll leave a link below where you can get it. And so we started on that. Let me see if I can find that one for you. And so here it is, Christmas time by the Fat Quarter Shop. And you could order a kit. Now, I don't know if they still have the kit. If they do, I'll link it, where they had the fabric. But I didn't like their fabric that they were using. I love a white background, as you know. And I didn't like this beige color, and anyway, I didn't like it. So we went together a week or two ago to Taylor's, one of our local quilt stores. That one's in Brockville. So we went there and picked up our Christmas fabric, and I will show you what my block looks like, because today we did a video stitch, I guess you could call it. And here's my block. Oh, I'm so excited. I think it looks so nice. I really, really like it. It's super cool. And I actually ironed pressed all my seams open, because as you know, oh, that one looks a bit wonky. As you know, I have a hard time with left and right, and obviously up and down, or which direction we're supposed to be doing our pressing our seams. So Kimberly does a lot of hers open, like irons open. So I thought, I'm going to try that, and I actually much prefer it, because I don't have to think about where I'm going up or down, and all my seams meet nicely, and there's no bulk or, you know, any of that stuff. So this is the quilt, and this is mine. And I really think it turned out super cute. And that didn't take as long. So now we have to work on the next one, which I think she's coming over again next week. And we're gonna cut out because we cut out block 1 and 2 together. And then today we sewed block 1. And then next week she's coming over and we're gonna cut out block 3 and 4. And on Friday, we're gonna sew the 2 together, number 2. Okay, so the other thing I have been working on is this really cool block of the month. And it's by 2 lovely ladies. I'll leave their names here on the screen. Sue Ellen is one, and for the life of me right now, I can't remember the other lady's name. Is it Linda? I think it's Linda. And they are in the US, but what they have done, which is super cool, is it's called flash fiction. And I didn't even realize what flash fiction meant. And what flash fiction is, it's a story or a tale that you read in a flash. Like, it's not like you're sitting there reading 29 pages in chapter 1. You're just reading 3 or 4 pages, that's it. And so she has written a story. I don't know if it's a mystery story. It doesn't appear to be, but each month you get a different chapter. And the other lady, Sue Ellen, has designed a quilt to go with it. And so each month you get a different block. The first block we got it looked like a kitchen table. And I'm guessing that's going to be our center of our quilt. And then we had 4, I think they were like pinwheels or something, that we had to make 4 of. And then this month's is this. So it's a jam jar. And I was so excited about the choice of my fabric, because look, that looks like it's berries in there. They really look like berries in the jar, a full jar of berries. So I super like this one. Now, she has where you could order from her, or I guess make your own, a jar label and then applique it on the front. I'm not sure yet if I'm going to do that or not, because any jar of jam I've ever made has never made it to a label because it's been eaten right away. So I don't think I'm going to put a label on, but I really like it. My background fabric is this gorgeous little white on white tone. I think they're little flowers. And then I think these might be from Holt, I think. So anyway, that was the block for November. And not only do you get a block to do and a story to read, there is a puzzle that you get to solve each month. And they're really different puzzles. They're not your typical, you know, I don't know, regular puzzles. They really make you think. In fact, I'm having a hard time with this month's puzzle. But anyway, it's super fun. I really enjoy it. I will leave a link below. If you use my code, which I think is AnnYearly22, I think. Or is it Tobyknits Yearly 22? I'll leave the link here and below. Then you will get a discount on signing up. And you can sign up at any time and pay the yearly fee. And you'll get all the other blocks. And as I say, this is only month 3. So you'd easily catch up because they're such fun to make. That didn't take me very long at all to make. I don't even think it took me an hour. So yeah, so that was a lot of fun. So I enjoyed that one. The other thing that I am doing is the Socialites, which is also from the Fat Quarter Shop. There'll be a lot of Fat Quarter Shop stuff going on here. And Socialites is again a free block of the week. This one's a block of the week. And it started, today was block 4 was released on their YouTube channel, and Kimberly actually sews it so you can see it being sewn, which is nice. Because sometimes it's just nice to make sure you're doing what you're meant to be doing, like you're doing the right thing. Quite often I like to just watch it all the way through with a cup of tea. So when I come to the actual instruction, yes, now I remember, because she did this or she did that. So, and the instructions are super easy to follow. They really, really are. So these are the blocks, and there is a template. So it's not a mystery, not a mystery. And there is a template to put these 24 blocks into a big quilt, which is very, very pretty. I will put a picture up here of what that looks like. But again, you use all your own fabric. They just color it for you so that it gives you an idea. But I am using Love Notes, which I think is a Layla Boutique, I think. And so here, I don't remember if I showed all of them to you. I'm pretty sure I had cut out block 1, but I'll just show you them again anyway. So here was block 1. Isn't that pretty? And I'm not really bothering about matching stuff up. Like, as you can see, these didn't all go the same way. Whoops, they didn't go the same way. I don't care. It's just the making of it. So I love doing pinwheels. This was the next block, which I actually took a bit of time to try to get and not so much look at their diagram of color. Let me see if I can. So their diagram of color was kind of like that. It was just all different colors. But I wanted this to look like a basket that the flowers were sitting in. So I really made an effort to make it look. I should probably have done that also in this fabric to really bring it into the basket, but I didn't, so there you go. But this one's really nice. I like this one too. Very happy with how those are going. And yes, I've also been ironing those with the seams open, because again, it's just easier for me. And block 3, and I've been sewing this with my friend Bonnie. She lives in Kitchener, and she has the cutest puppies. She breeds King James Cavalier Spaniels, I think they're called. Are they? I don't know. If that's not right, Bonnie, let me know. But she breeds these little dogs. Oh my God, they're so gorgeous. And one of her dogs, she's got 3, I think. One of her dogs just had puppies. Oh my God, I had 3 little puppies. Oh my gosh. If I didn't already have Toby, I would want one of them because they're so cute. But anyway, so her and I get together. We try to do it once a week and sew together, sometimes in the evening when my husband's at work. And this was the one we sewed last week together. I like that one too. It's fun trying to sort out the colors and what you want to use. So today's color, today's one looks like a super easy one. It looks like a bunch of just half square triangles. But again, it's going to take me a while to figure out which colors I want to use from my selection of fat quarters from the Love Notes collection. So that's Socialites. There's another block of the week that I started, and this is Scrappiness is Happiness, again by the Fat Workshop. And but it's designed by Holt, and it's actually from the book Scrappiness is Happiness. Now this is a super nice book because it literally is all about using scraps of fabric. So not going out and buying fat quarter bundles or any of that stuff, but anything you have left over. So anything I have left over from this, cutting out all these pieces for Socialites, or doing my kitchen table quilt, or doing any of my other ones I'm working on, my beautiful day, stuff like that. You cut them into certain sizes, the leftovers, and you put them into all through the year, and you put them into these baskets with the different sizes. So I have all my baskets over there all labeled. And each time you're going to sew something, so say for example, the first one we had to do was a bee. And it literally tells you which box to get out and use. So you just literally go, grab your box, grab the, look at all the fabric that's in your box, and you make it. And so the first one we made was, and I think these all finish at 12.5 inches, I think. The first one we made was a bumblebee. Oh, isn't it lovely? Now, funny story, another funny story. I was doing this one with Bonnie. Thank God for Bonnie sometimes, I tell you though. You need an extra eye sometimes. Because I had just finished sewing this and this part together. Except I think I did this yellow. I had these two flipped the wrong way because both of these are half square triangles there, I think. Oh no, it was a big one. Anyway, I forget. But these two here are exactly the same size strip, but this one you just have your corner squares on. Well, what happened was when I put them down on my board thing with my alphabetties on, I must have got the wrong letters on the wrong thing, because I ended up with them all, these twos flipped, and it didn't look right. So, and I wanted my bee to be yellow and black, right? To be. So thank goodness she was there, because she, before I had started sewing all the other bits on, she's like, I think you have that wrong. And I'm looking at it, and I'm looking, I'm like, no. And then I saw her write it down, the colors. Ah! So I fixed it right away. And here it is, my lovely little bee. So this is super cute. So the way it is going is that each week, so I think it's every, I don't know if it's Monday or Friday. No, Friday's Socialites. Maybe it's Sunday. Yeah, I think maybe it's Sunday. Is you get a new, you can sew a new block. I mean, you could just do it at your own pace once you have the book. You need the book. Once you have the book, then you just do it. And each week she tells us which one we're going to do next. So we've just done the bee. And this past week, but I haven't done it yet, I've cut it out ready, is the mushrooms. We have to make a large mushroom and a little mushroom. And then this week's, or coming, is maybe that one. I don't remember. But anyway, I'm working on those and I'm having lots of fun with them. I really am getting such gratification from finishing a block and being like, done! You know what I mean? Even though it's not all pieced up together, because that'll be at the end. But you just get such gratification from it. And I'm loving these because they're shapes. I'm loving, these are more like traditional quilt blocks. but these are all like little shapes and things, and so is the Christmas time one. It's all shapes, and I'm really enjoying it. It's really very gratifying to sew it. But I really do have to get a move on with doing some Christmas stuff, quilting, and doing, finishing off the quilts I do have. I need more time. I need more time. Let me show you the fabric that I got for my dad's quilt. One moment, please. Okay, so as you know, I'm an ambassador for cotton cuts. Absolutely love them. That's a cotton cuts piece. This was a mini puzzle mystery that we got in the spring. I was kind of hoping they'd bring a fall one out or a winter one, but I don't know. And each week you got to make a different piece, but it wasn't a block like you see there. It would be parts of blocks or half of a block, and you didn't know where it all went till the very end when you had to piece them all together and you realized, oh, that's a basket of flowers. Oh, that's a tulip. Oh, that's a gnome, and so on, right? So the very first one I ever did for them, I bought it myself at the time, was this one. And this one was called Olympia, and it came out when the Olympics were on. So this is the quilt, and it's kind of hard to show you. It was called, the fabric, I think it's a William Morrison fabric, but so pretty. But each of the quilts is given a name, and then you pick the colorway based on the name. Well, this colorway was Dorothy, and Dorothy is my mom's name. And I think it's 9 years on the 28th of November that my mom passed away. And she was a lovely, lovely lady, my mom. She was 80 when she passed. And so I want to make this for my dad. So it's all done and ready, but I needed a backing. And I couldn't find a backing that I liked until today. And this is what I'm gonna get to put on the back. Now this is navy blue with pale blue leaves on. And I thought it would go nice because these are, there is a pale blue and a navy blue in this, and there's lots of leaves. So I thought this would be super nice. So this is, I got 3 meters of this, and I'm hoping in the next week to get this all basted together and start quilting it so that I can take it with me when I go to San Francisco to meet my dad and my brother with my husband at the end of the month, because at the end of the month, it's my 65th birthday. I know, it's the Avon moisturizer, I keep telling you. And so we're gonna celebrate together. It was my brother's birthday 2 days ago, and he's younger than I am, only a little bit. And anyway, so we're all gonna go and celebrate together, and so I'm trying to get that done in time to take with me. But if I don't get it done in time, because I don't want to rush it, I don't want to wreck it, then I'll just mail it to him in England, because yeah, that's where he lives still. So anyway, that is all I have for you today. This has been a kind of a long one, really, hasn't it? Anyway, I hope you have enjoyed it. I will leave some links below, so click more or whatever it is to expand the description box below. And don't forget to like and subscribe. And if you want some more quilting, come back next Friday. If you just want to hear about the cross stitch, Wednesdays, and the knitting is Mondays. But don't forget, most important, tell your mates. Okay?